Astronomers are convinced something massive is hiding in the darkness. A planet 5 times the size of Earth. This mystery has haunted science for over a century, and it all began with one man who saw what no one else could see. The ideas, the breakthroughs, the choices that shaped our world reveal how great minds thought, struggled, and built the future. Every lesson, every spark of brilliance is a minting of thought, and every invention, every battle, every vision leaves a trace. I'm Atlas, and I welcome you to a journey where history fuels your growth. This is Mind Mint. Before we begin, subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a story. And when we're done, leave a like if this chapter sparked your curiosity. Now, let's uncover the details behind today's story. This is Clyde Tombaugh, the young man who discovered Pluto. But the story of how we got here is stranger, messier, and far more dramatic than a simple discovery. It's a tale of obsession, fortune, and a search for a world that may still be out there. Meet Percival Lowell, wealthy, Harvard-educated, and utterly captivated by the heavens. At the turn of the 20th century, he became convinced that something was pulling on Uranus and Neptune, a hidden world far beyond Neptune's orbit. Lowell called it Planet X. To him, this wasn't just science, it was destiny. He poured his fortune into building an observatory and scanning the night sky, night after night, hoping to catch the faint glimmer of this ghostly planet. Imagine being so sure of something you'd spend your entire fortune just to prove it, knowing you might never see the result. The scientific world wasn't convinced. Many thought Lowell was chasing a mirage, a mathematical ghost. His first surveys found nothing, but rather than give up, Lowell doubled down. Year after year, Lowell searched. In 1916, he died, never having found Planet X. His death left the search in limbo, and even sparked a bitter legal battle over his fortune. The dream of Planet X seemed dead with him. But 13 years later, a new chapter began. Enter Clyde Tombaugh, a young Kansas farm boy with no formal degree, hired by the observatory for one purpose: to finish Lowell's search. In February of 1930, after months of painstaking comparisons, Tombaugh spotted something, a faint dot of light moving across the star field. The world erupted in excitement. At last, Lowell's Planet X had been found, or so it seemed. The new planet was named Pluto, after the Roman god of the underworld. It was hailed as the 9th planet of the solar system. But here's the twist. Pluto was far too small to explain the gravitational pull Lowell had calculated. Had we really found Planet X, or was the true planet still hiding in the dark? February of 1930. For the first time in human history, we had mapped every planet in the solar system. Pluto was hailed as the crown jewel, Planet X at last. Clyde Tombaugh became an overnight hero. Reporters swarmed the Lowell Observatory. For a farm boy from Kansas, this was beyond imagination. His name would be written in textbooks forever. But buried in the numbers, something didn't add up. Pluto was small, too small. Its faint glimmer revealed a world barely a fifth the size of our moon, nowhere near massive enough to tug on Uranus and Neptune the way Lowell predicted. Whispers grew louder. Had Lowell been wrong all along? Was Pluto simply a lucky accident, a tiny ice ball that happened to sit near the predicted position of Planet X? Over the decades, new measurements confirmed it. Pluto's mass was just 1/500th of Earth's. The mystery of Planet X was not solved. It was just beginning. Tombaugh himself was conflicted. He had given the world a planet, but he knew it wasn't the planet Lowell dreamed of. The search had to continue. But where? By the 1950s, interest in Planet X waned. Many astronomers quietly abandoned the hunt, deciding Pluto was simply a fluke discovery, and that Lowell's calculations had been wrong. The age of space exploration shifted focus to the planets we could reach: Mars, Venus, Jupiter. Pluto, tiny and distant, was left a cold and lonely outpost. For decades, Pluto drifted at the edge of the solar system, largely forgotten. But astronomers had a saying: the sky always keeps its secrets until it doesn't. And then, in the 1990s, a shocking discovery would reignite the hunt for Planet X and throw Pluto's very identity into crisis. Technology had changed everything. With new giant telescopes and digital imaging, astronomers could now sweep the sky faster and deeper than ever before. In 1992, David Jewett and Jane Liu spotted something small, icy, and distant. At first, they thought it was a mistake, but then they realized they had found another Pluto-like object. One by one, the discoveries poured in. Soon, there were dozens, then hundreds. Pluto was no longer unique. It was simply the first known member of a vast new region, the Kuiper belt. If Pluto was just one of many, was it really a planet? The question started as a whisper in astronomy conferences, but it was about to go public. For generations, kids had memorized 9 planets. To take one away felt like erasing part of the solar system itself. Then came the discovery that changed everything. Eris, an icy world larger than Pluto, orbiting even farther away. If Pluto was a planet, then surely Eris was one too, or neither was. The public was stunned. Was there a 10th planet, or were we about to lose one? For the first time in decades, the solar system was headline news. Scientists faced angry questions. How can you just erase a planet? The truth was, they weren't sure what to do, but they had to decide. In the summer of 2006, astronomers from around the world gathered to settle the question once and for all. What is a planet? The vote was about to begin, and within minutes, Pluto's fate, and the very definition of a planet, would change forever. It was August of 2006. The International Astronomical Union gathered in Prague to do what no one had done in 76 years. Decide what makes a planet. A planet. For days, astronomers debated definitions. Was a planet anything that orbits the sun, or must it also clear its neighborhood of other objects? By that standard, Pluto would be out. The proposal was clear. Pluto, Eris, and Ceres would become part of a new category: dwarf planets. The solar system would have 8 planets, not 9. Some astronomers were relieved, others were furious, and some, like Mike Brown, felt vindicated. Science had to follow evidence, no matter how unpopular. News of Pluto's possible demotion spread like wildfire. People mailed angry letters to observatories. School children cried. Pluto had become more than a planet. It was a symbol. And then, on August 24, 2006, the vote was cast. By a show of hands, Pluto was no longer a planet. The verdict shocked the world. For the first time since 1930, schoolbooks had to be rewritten. Our solar system now had 8 planets. Clyde Tombaugh didn't live to see Pluto's demotion. But a small part of him, his ashes, were on their way to Pluto aboard NASA's New Horizons probe. The searcher was still traveling toward his discovery. Pluto hadn't changed. We had. Our understanding of the cosmos had evolved, and with it, our definitions. But the story was far from over. In less than a decade, we would visit Pluto for the first time, and what we found would shock the world. It was July 14th, 2015. After a journey of 9.5 years and over 3 billion miles, NASA's New Horizons probe was minutes away from its closest approach to Pluto. Traveling at over 30,000 miles per hour, New Horizons had just one chance to capture everything, every image, every measurement, before it sped into the darkness beyond. And then, the picture arrived. For the first time in history, we saw Pluto up close, and what we saw left the world speechless. Pluto had a heart, a vast, icy region the size of Texas, stretching across its surface, a cosmic valentine from the far reaches of the solar system. Towering mountains of water ice rose 11,000 feet high. Pluto wasn't a dead rock. It was geologically alive, reshaping itself even today. Its largest moon, Charon, revealed deep canyons and a mysterious dark polar cap. The smaller moons tumbled chaotically, defying expectations. Pluto had an atmosphere, faint and blue, with haze layers rising miles into the sky. Its surface was young, barely 100 million years old, a blink in cosmic time. Billions around the world tuned in. Pluto, once a faint smudge of light, had become a world of breathtaking beauty. As New Horizons sailed past, it carried with it a small vial of Clyde Tombaugh's remains, the man who first spotted Pluto, now visiting his planet at last. We may have taken away Pluto's title, but not its wonder. In the silence of the Kuiper belt, it still spins, a reminder that the universe is always ready to surprise us. But Pluto was not the end of the road. Beyond it lay the Kuiper belt, a vast icy wilderness, a cosmic junkyard left over from the birth of the solar system. Stretching from 30 to 55 astronomical units from the Sun, the Kuiper belt is home to trillions of frozen remnants, worlds that never became planets. Here live Pluto's siblings, Eris, Haumea, Make, each unique, each a clue to the solar system's past. Even before Pluto flyby, mission planners searched for a new target, a smaller Kuiper belt object called Arakoth. For years, New Horizons would sleep, conserving energy as it cruised deeper into the unknown. On January 1st, 2019, New Horizons made history again, flying past Arakoth, the most distant object ever explored. Its peanut shape told a story of slow, gentle formation billions of years ago. Arakoth showed us that planets were not born in violent collisions, but through quiet cosmic dances, objects merging softly in the cradle of the early solar system. And yet there was more. Beyond the Kuiper belt lies the Oort cloud, a sphere of icy bodies so vast it may hold 1 trillion comets. We have never seen it, but we know it's there. Humanity has now touched the edge of the solar system. Each spacecraft is a message in a bottle, drifting into the cosmic ocean. But even here, mysteries remain. What else waits in the dark? Could there be a hidden planet, a true Planet 9, tugging at the orbits of these distant worlds? In the years after Pluto's demotion, astronomers noticed something odd. Several icy worlds beyond Neptune were all tilted the same way, as if pulled by an invisible hand. In 2016, Caltech scientists Mike Brown and Konstantin Batygin proposed a daring idea, a 9th planet, perhaps 10 times the mass of Earth, hiding far beyond Pluto. Their models showed that only a massive planet, orbiting hundreds of times farther from the Sun than Earth, could explain the strange alignment. Many astronomers were skeptical. They had been burned before. Lowell's Planet X had led to Pluto, but not the massive world he imagined. Still, the hunt began. Observatories around the world joined in, sweeping vast regions of the sky, looking for the faint glimmer of a hidden giant. Finding it would not be easy. At that distance, even a Neptune-sized world would be so faint it could take years of scanning just to capture a glimpse. But as more objects were discovered, the evidence grew stronger. Something massive was out there, something that might even tilt the entire solar system. If Planet 9 exists, it could reshape our understanding of how the solar system formed and why we are here at all. For astronomers, this became a race against the universe itself, a chance to rewrite textbooks and perhaps find the last great planet. Somewhere in the sky, Planet 9, if it exists, is still waiting, and every night someone is looking for it. The question is, who will find it first? More than a century after Percival Lowell's dream of a hidden planet, his observatory still stands, and the search he began has never truly ended. From Lowell's sketches to Tombaugh's glass plates, to today's digital sky surveys, generation after generation has passed the torch of curiosity. We now know Pluto is not alone. It is just one of thousands of icy worlds. The edge of our solar system is not an end, but a beginning. Across history, in every corner of the world, we have looked up, not because we must, but because we cannot resist the question, what's out there? Astronomy isn't just about planets and stars. It is about wonder. It is about reaching for answers that may take lifetimes to find. Finding Planet 9 or any hidden world reminds us of our place, a small blue dot among billions, yet capable of imagining the entire universe. Somewhere out there, perhaps right now, a new world is waiting to be seen, and maybe it will be your eyes that see it first. The story of Planet X isn't over. It's an open invitation for future astronomers, dreamers, and explorers to write the next chapter. All it takes is one more night, one more image, one more curious mind to solve a mystery that began more than 100 years ago. And when we find it, we will not just have found a planet. We will have proven once again that humanity was born to explore. And so, dear listener, that's where today's story ends. Let's continue walking the path of great minds and moments together. Remember, every great mind was once just curious. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next chapter of Mind Mint. Goodbye.